These macaroni and cheese and meat will delight your family. Let's get started. I will start this recipe by cutting 2 tomatoes in half and then into smaller pieces. This way I do it. Now I will add the 2 cut tomatoes in the blender. I will also add a red onion cut into a piece. And I will season with half a tablespoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of white sugar. I will cover the blender and blend at high speed until the tomato is well crushed. Guys, these macaroni that we are making today, it is delicious and is very easy to prepare. I am sure everyone will like the result. Then, in a frying pan I will add a little oil. Then I will add the crushed tomatoes and mix constantly until they change color. And this way we should have the sauce. I will turn off the stove and reserve it for a moment. In a pot with boiling water I will add a teaspoon of salt. Also, a little oil to prevent the paste from sticking to the pot. Then I will add 300 grams of pasta and stir it a little to prevent it from sticking. I will cover and let cook for the time indicated on the packaging. After 7 minutes our pasta would be cooked. I will turn off the heat and drain the water. Now in a frying pan I will add a splash of oil. An onion chopped into small cubes. 3 crushed garlic cloves, and I will fry it until they crystallize. When this is so, we will add 400 grams of ground beef, previously washed, and cook it for 5 minutes over medium heat. If you have come seeing today's recipe so far, that means that you are liking this recipe, so leave us here below the following message, Tasty Macaroni, to send you a very special greeting. Now I will season the meat with a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and I will incorporate these seasonings into the ground beef. Once the seasonings are incorporated, I will add all the sauce I had reserved and stir to integrate it into the ground beef. Once integrated, I will add the pasta I had reserved and incorporate it. Take advantage and leave me here below which city or country you are seeing us, to thank you for seeing our recipes. Today's greeting is for Guatemala, who looks at us from Philippines, also for Reynaldo Danding from California, and Jenna Faith, who looks at us from South Africa. Thanks to these 3 followers for always seeing our recipes. Finally, I will add grated mozzarella cheese, although you can replace it with the cheese of your choice. And finally, some dehydrated parsley on top of the cheese. I will cover the pan and wait for the cheese to melt well. And already our pasta with cheese is ready. Look how tasty they look. I hope you liked this recipe, although I would like you to rate these macaroni from 0 to 10 to know if you liked the result. If you have come seeing this recipe so far, leave me below the next word, delicious macaroni, to know that you saw the recipe until the end. Thank you for seeing this recipe until the end. Tell me if it is the first time you see one of my recipes. I send you a big hug. God bless you. See you in the next recipe.